Hey everybody, welcome back to Rambler's Diner. Thanks for stopping by today. Have we got a treat for you? Have you ever heard of tandoori chicken? It's an Indian style of cooking. Now we don't have a tandoor, but you can do this on a barbecue grill, and we're going to show you how we do it. If you want to learn how to make the most scrumptious chicken of your life, stick around because here we go. Okay, we started this cook yesterday actually, and you'll see what we did a little early, a little bit later. But this is the marinating chicken here. In this pot, we have some butter, we have some cilantro and some garlic, and that will be for our naan bread. And over here, you can see I've taken the liberty of cheating today. I've used some store-bought pizza dough, rolled it out into 4 pieces of naan bread that we will bake on our flat top, and hopefully that will come pretty close. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close and it's pretty good. Stick around. Okay, so we're starting in the house, and it's actually about 24 hours before we're going to cook this. And you can see my friend has given me this tandoori masala mix from Shan. And this is my first time cooking it. I've had tandoori chicken, I don't know, probably well over 100 times. I love it. We don't have a tandoor. We have a barbecue, but a barbecue works well apparently. So we decided we're going to make this tandoori chicken. And to do that, we're going to get started by taking our spice mix. We're going to open that up. Yeah, so we've got it open now. We're going to put our spice mix in here. I've pretty much decided that for some of the more exotic things that we make, sometimes it's actually cheaper to just buy the spice mix because you're only going to use them once or twice or maybe once a year, something like that. So all of the spices that you buy to do things can go bad if you actually don't use them. So we're just going to use these spice mixes. And so we've gone in with a cup of yogurt and about a quarter cup of lemon juice. And we're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. We're going to give that a good mix. Get all those spices and the yogurt and everything all mixed together with the lemon juice. Okay, I'd say that's about ready. Okay, and now it's time to put our chicken in. Now you can see that I've scored the chicken. You want to score it down to the bone. And preferably, it's best to use leg quarters. My local store didn't have any leg quarters. But then you take the skin off, score the meat down to the bone, and then we put it in the marinade. We want to make sure that the marinade gets down into all those scored spots that we've made. So we massage it a little bit. Massage it down into there. So we've got more marinade than we need here for only 4 pieces of chicken, but that's what we've got. So that's what we're going with, and it's only the two of us anyway. So anyway, there we go. We're going to let this sit until at least tomorrow morning. We might cook it tomorrow morning. We might cook it tomorrow evening. We'll see. It's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon today, so it should be done by or ready to cook by 4 o'clock tomorrow morning at the very latest. But we'll probably cook it around noon or so for lunch. Anyway, we'll see you when it's time to cook. Okay, today we're going to be cooking over charcoal, and we're going to put these guys on this preheated grill. So we're going to give them a little sear to start with. And then once we get a little bit of a sear, we're going to move them off, kind of like you would do with a steak, and let them finish cooking. We're going to want to cook these to between 175 and 185 degrees today. These are thighs. Typically in this type of cooking, use the leg thigh quarter of the chicken. Our local supermarket didn't have any of those, so we're stuck with thighs today, but that's all right. They're going to turn out delicious. All right, while our chicken is getting started, we're going to take our garlic butter with cilantro, and we're going to put it here to warm up and just melt. All we want it to do is melt and get fragrant. Now, as usual, we're going to moisten our griddle top here with some oil. Now, we're not going to be frying these, but you always want to keep your griddle top nice and oiled. Keep it conditioned. Okay, and now we're going to take our cheaters naan, made from pizza dough, and put down on our griddle top. And once they start puffing up and getting bubbly, we'll flip them over. Okay, they've puffed up pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a flip. Looking pretty good. All right, looks like they're ready to flip, so we're going to give them a little flip here. We're going to be real careful about turning this other side here because it's the presentation side. We'll let that go for a minute or so, and then we'll move it off into the indirect heat. So they're looking like they're about ready. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what I want. You know what? I'm going to flip it over and let that other side get a little bit more toast. All right, I think they're ready, so we're going to go ahead and pull them off. They look really, really good. Pull them off here. All right, we're going to take our garlic and cilantro butter and we're going to brush a little bit over the top of each of these. Not too heavy, but just enough. Want them nice and garlicky. We're going to transfer them over here to this plate. And one more. All right, there we go. All right, it's looking pretty good. So we're going to bring them over here off of the direct heat. We're going to close the lid. Let me just make sure I've got my mixer right here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to close the lid and we're going to open the vent. Now we're going to let that cook for, it's probably going to take another 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see. I'll keep checking on it. All right, they're ready to come off. I just temped them. They're temping out at about 175. That's a good place to be. It's where I want them. So let's line them up here on this plate and take them over to the counter. Finish it off. Let's just put a little sprinkling of cilantro over the top here. A couple pieces on the plate. Just kind of make it look pretty. So there we have it, folks. Tandoori chicken on your backyard barbecue grill. Sure looks good. It sure smells good. Before we get into the taste testing, though, I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend down the street. We're going to call him Rocky's daddy to protect his privacy, of course. But he actually turned me on to that spice mix that I showed you earlier. And boy, oh boy, does it smell good. My mouth is watering. I can't hardly stand it. All right, so without further ado, let's come in here. Take a piece off of there. Give it a taste. Mmm, that's really good. Sorry, folks, I'm going in with my hands. And a piece of our fake naan. Oh, that chicken is good. Mm. So, hey, folks, thanks for stopping by Rambler's Backyard Diner tonight. Today, we showed you how to do some tandoori chicken on your backyard barbecue grill. You could do it on your gas grill if you want to. As a matter of fact, next time I think that's what I will do because it took a little bit too long on the charcoal grill. But boy, oh boy, are those flavors fantastic. We sure hope you liked what you saw today. If you did, hit us with a thumbs up. We'd sure appreciate it. It sure helps our little channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, subscribe so you don't miss anything that we do here in Rambler's Backyard Diner. We sure do appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.